Real talk, the Metaphor Messiah, man. I got this one. Let's go. You ever seen the morning star? Mr. Metaphor Messiah, back to show you who we are. I represent a legacy, a pothead like the 70s, a different kind of mind. They say we only speak in melodies. Legend in the game.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to slide on your headphones because it's time to jump into our playlist. Welcome to the playlist. Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah is here by my side. What's going on, my friend?
Yo, Dave, what's going on, bro?
Brand new concept, my brother. We got a brand new show for probably the last thing that anybody expected from Dead on Dave Productions, but we are here. We're talking music, man. I got one of my favorite musicians and one of my closest friends here with me talking about everything that's going on in the world of music, and most importantly, what's going on in our playlist and what's happening in your playlist. So, man, this is exciting, man. Could you ever think when we first met each other 3 years ago that we'd be sitting right here doing a music show together?
Dude, no way. I mean, I was just sitting here thinking, like, man, I've known you since the beginning of this channel, and like, I would have never thought you were starting off with just wrestling and, blah, blah, blah. Like, I never thought we'd be doing this. So it's so cool to see things progress. And hey, we're doing a music show now. The playlist, baby.
Everybody knows your musical affiliation. Everybody knows you're a rapper, the Uniman and all of that. But what they might not know is I have connections to music as well. And throughout the course of this show, we're going to talk about that. And I think the one thing that everybody knows in their lives, music is a constant. Music's all around us. Man. It's the soundtrack to our own lives. As corny as that might sound, but it's true. Through our ups and downs, our sorrows, our hopes, our joys, tragedies, whatever we have, music is always there. It's a distraction. It's a comfort. It's a guilty pleasure. I still listen to Barbie Girl every now and then. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. So throughout the course of this show, we're going to be talking about so many different things in relation to that. But the first thing we need to do is maybe people aren't exactly sure who exactly Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah is. So up to this point in your career, which is blossoming in front of our very eyes. Yeah. Crazy. What is it about music that made you pursue it? What is it that brought you on this journey?
I mean, I don't know. As long as I could remember, bro. I mean, as a kid, I loved music, bro. I loved all types of music. Like, I remember my grandparents. They were old school, so they played a lot of Motown. And then I had a lot of friends that were big into like rock, the Eagles and things like that, the Beatles. And all types of old school shit. So I just grew up loving everything. And I just love music. I felt like whenever I was going through something, whenever I felt a good way or a bad way, it was like music just helped me express it even more. And even when I got into high school and I was doing show choir, and I'm not a dancing type
you did show choir, really?
Yeah, I've done show choir before, bro.
Glee.
It's crazy. Well, I was a football player, right? But my music teacher was like, you're just so musically, because I rap. And she said she didn't know nothing about rap. But she knew that she liked how I sound, she said. And she was like, you should harness your voice and come in the choir. And I'm like, well, football season is kind of over right now. So, fuck it. I'll give it a chance. I like music. And they dressed us up in these suits. And I was,
Did she stick some weed in your locker and like threaten you to be on the thing? Is that how you got into weed too? Because that's the plot from Glee. That's the plot. I'm pretty sure that this is the plot from Glee, and they stole it from you, man. This is some bullshit.
No, you know what happened, bro? I used to get in trouble a lot, so she kind of threatened me. She was like, "If you don't want to be in detention all day, you know what I mean? You'll join the choir, you'll join the show choir, and then to keep you out of trouble, I promise I'll get you out of trouble." So I was like, you know what? I mean, I was in detention every day after school. So, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And then we started dancing and singing on stage. And I didn't really like dancing, but I loved the stage. I've always loved the stage, and I love doing I love music. So it just put two and two together. And then she died, like right after I went out of high school. So, and before she left, she gave me my first CD ever, which was my first album I ever owned, which is the Nirvana album. I forget the name of it offhand, with the baby swimming. So that's why I'm a big Nirvana fan.
The icon, yes.
Yes, the great one, the great group. But anyway, she gave it to me, and she died. I made a promise to myself that I would never like let go of music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've been doing it for like the last probably 7 years now, and went through some hard times with it. But music always got me through it. No matter what I was going through, no matter if I didn't have money for this or that or whatever I was going through, music got me through it. And music has done so much for me. you know, now I'm taking trips and performing in Germany. I got to see one of my best buddies in the whole world. I never would have thought I'd be able to see you and Tommy C in Germany, bro. And it was amazing. And so I just want to give back to music. Yeah. Yeah. So I just want to give back to music, what it's done for me, and share what I like about music and see what other people like about it. And to know more music. Like, I'm sure it's stuff you like that I don't, or I haven't checked out yet. So I can't wait to hear what your opinion on certain music is, and this is gonna be awesome, dude.
Right. I mean, the fact that we're gonna be able to go back and forth and talk about some of the things that we're both listening to currently, and it's gonna be a juxtaposition, but maybe not as much as people might think. I mean, I listen to an incredible myriad of music. I listen to so much different things, and I know you're exactly the same way.
Oh, I do, man. I listen to I try to listen to everything, even if I'm not a big country fan, but I still listen to some Brooks and Dunn. I listen to some of that, you know what I mean?
I'm with it, man. Like every now and then, it just like I'll throw in some stuff that people would never, ever expect me to listen to. I mean, like they're just what really? Yeah, I'll fuck with. Recently, and this a big part of the reason is because I don't know if you watched Luke Cage. I
have seen Luke Cage a couple times.
It's one of I think it's the greatest comic book show to ever be created. It's the soundtrack is unbelievable. When I heard fucking Bringing a Ruckus by Wu-Tang,
yeah,
and he's beating the fuck out of dudes inside of a hall, I'm telling you, man, it opened my eyes completely different to how I saw that type of music. And that was well after I met you. Your music, with your hip hop, your style, it's so easy for anybody to get into. You don't have to you don't have to come from a certain background. You don't have to live a certain way. You don't have to have certain expectations of what hip hop is. You can listen to it, and even a white dude who loves wrestling, I find stuff all the time, references, metaphors, things that draw me in. Not all artists are like that. And that's why I think that you are succeeding where a lot of others, the hood-based artists, the one that keeps it in their definition real, who are afraid to show their inner selves. That's why they struggle a little bit. You put it out there, and if people like it, they like it.
And if they don't, they don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean...
Well, I always wanted to connect with so many people, Dave. You know what I mean? Like, I love connecting with different people. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what your sex is, anything. I love people. I like connecting. People are they're crazy, but I love talking to them. And different type of people meet people. It's just awesome. Right. Like, seriously.
I mean, how many times can you think of in your life when you've been sitting next to somebody in an airport, a bus stop, and you've just heard what they were listening to? And maybe that's brought you to spark up a conversation. There was my first German girlfriend. We met because of music. I was blasting Dream Theater, blasting on my headphones. I mean, just cranking it. And she kept looking at me, and I wasn't sure if she wanted me to turn my shit down or if she wanted to fuck me. I wasn't sure. So I was like, and she had gigantic boobies, man, and I love the boobies. So I was like, so I took my headphones off, and I'm like, hey, is this too loud? And she was like, I don't give a shit. I'm like, oh shit. I was like, I misread this.
Nice.
But about 10 minutes later, she asked me what I was listening to, and it just kind of went from there. So it happens all the time. You're listening to something. Back then, it was a CD player, if you can believe that. Oh my God.
I remember those. I'm not too much younger than you, bro. I remember those. God, they sucked though. Every time you dropped them, it was over.
Remember when the CD players would finally start getting the anti-skip, the 10-second anti-skip and all that?
Oh man.
And now here we are with music on our phones, music it is everywhere, and our playlists go with us everywhere. It kind of outlines everything that we do in our lives, and that's a wonderful thing. So that's why we wanted to create this show. And from a selfish standpoint, because everybody's got reasons for things. I don't talk about look, if people watch me, they know I sing a lot. I constantly sing on this show, man. It's not very good, but I love it. And what people might not know about me is I was in a band in high school. We only did one show, but I was in a band called Dead at Nine, and we did one battle of the bands, and we sang Metal Health by Quiet Riot.
Really?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There's still some VHSs.
I didn't even know that.
There's still some VHSs. I got pictures sitting around here as well. I showed them on a show recently. But the cool thing about it was me and these really great musicians, some friends of mine, Justin Hill, a few others, just really, really good musicians who are still doing it today, grinding away. And me, I created it because I wanted to sing and I wanted to do it real. So we did this song, and in Las Vegas, 92.3, the rock station, Comp.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, I do.
Are they still around? Comp 92.3?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Well, there was a DJ by the name of Lark Williams. I don't know if she's still working there or not, but she was dating Kevin DeBrow, the lead singer of Quiet Riot, who has now passed away. So we went to Comp and we asked her, we waited for her to leave, and we asked her if there was any way she'd be able to get Kevin to show up. Well, he showed up and the entire band showed up to our high school and watched us do their song. Yeah, and they signed this guitar for us and everything. I still have it. The guitar's in the other room.
Nice.
It's sick, man. It's really, really cool. So
that's correct.
And I've always loved music. And then 3 months later, I left for the Army, and I just never pursued it. I wasn't going to be good enough anyway, but...
Well, you never know that, Dave. You never know.
No, I mean, my voice was okay. But to this day, it doesn't matter what mood I'm in, I just like to belt stuff out and just sing and just go crazy. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I've seen you do it a couple times. I was like, wow, Dave's got some pipes.
I don't know about all that, but I definitely, I definitely try. I put my best foot forward, man. So one of the first things I want to get into, and not to keep it too centered around ourselves, but this is the first episode, so I think we can be offered a pass on that. Now, you just brought up the fact that you just came back from a European tour. Aside from getting to meet us and hang out and all that stuff, which I'm sure we could talk an hour on just on that alone, how was this experience for a kid from the south side of Chicago, man? I mean, take us on that journey.
Dave, I mean, it's crazy, man. I mean, it was just crazy. Like I always like saw this happening. But you know, when you're from the south side of Chicago, it's not a lot of money there. You know what I mean?
No.
So that's to say the least.
Yes.
So it was kind of tough, man. It was tough, and a lot of times I didn't know how I was gonna even, get dinner for the night. And but I never wanted to let music go, I guess. And it's just crazy that everywhere I've been and I've moved around and stuff like that, and it was so crazy to see myself in Germany. I mean, all I can say is just like hard work and just never giving up and shit, bro. And then it was fucking crazy. And I got to Germany and met you guys, and then went to do the show, and they greeted me on a platter with a bunch of joints and fucking coffee cake. It was the best thing ever. I was like, is this how Germany always is? I wanted to move there, seriously.
I don't blame you. Now, you have a tie to the somebody in Germany. You have a family or... who got you the gig there? Yeah. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, so this is crazy. I'm gonna tell you a crazy story, right? So I call her my aunt, but she's not really my aunt. We just, she thinks I'm her nephew.
Play cousins. Okay, I'm urban enough. I understand play cousins.
Yeah, we're kind of play cousins. It's funny though. I used to date her niece.
Oh,
it was really hot. Yeah. So this says a lot. I used to date her niece and shit like that. Blah blah. It didn't work out. I was moving around. She was trying to be steady. I get it. Whatever. But her aunt was a musician who was in Germany, and I met her one time about maybe 5 or 6 years ago, bro. And she signed to a little small label in Germany and everything. And she said, she wrote one day out of nowhere, after 5 or 6 years, she wrote me, said, I saw one of your videos. I cannot believe how much you have progressed. And blah, blah, blah. And you've done so well for yourself. She said, I think it's time. I really think it's time for you to get out to Germany. And blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wow, really? So we talked to her company, blah, blah, blah. They worked out a deal. And I found myself in Germany, bro. I just, it's crazy. And I also did a show in Prague also, which was, it was crazy. Like, I mean, Dave, I'm 30 years old, bro. And I mean, I've been on my own for a long time. So, it was just like, I guess if you work hard and never give up, bro, I just still can't believe it. Like, it's hard for me to talk about it sometimes.
Just got to keep grinding.
Yeah.
Now, I can understand why it's overwhelming.
It's almost overwhelming.
Think about all the things that you've done. Think about where you went. You went from Chicago. I believe you went to Kentucky after that for a while.
Detroit. I've been everywhere, man.
You were flipping chicken in fucking Kentucky. True fucking story, by the way. Motherfucker was flipping chicken in Chicago or in Kentucky. Then goes over to Vegas because somebody discovered the amazing talent that he has. Ends up performing at Caesar's fucking Palace. In front of all kinds of different crowds every single night. And then you came to the whitest place in the world. Aryan capital of the fucking world. So how was that like? I mean, all the different audiences you played for from that standpoint, what was that like, man? I mean,
Bro, seriously, okay, so it was kind of cool because Tommy came down with me, so he kind of, you know what I mean? I had that friend, but when he wasn't there, I thought it would be a little like, I was kind of worried, but they were so nice. The German people are such nice people for the most part, bro. Even if they couldn't speak English, I mean, they were saying something and smiling, so I figured they were happy with me. I did my shows, got on stage, they couldn't speak English, but they were like, just like smiling and shaking my hand. I was like, I did something right. I don't know what he's saying, but that's cool.
They love their music here, man. They love their music. They really do.
So cool. Yeah. And it was in Prague is the same way. In Czech Republic, they love music, man. They just love it, all types of music. So I got treated so nice, man. They just hooked me up mostly, and God, it was awesome. I wish I was still there.
I told you a story because it's a lot of people aren't really expecting hip hop to play well, especially headline a festival, a music festival over here. But what people might not know about Germany, hip hop is very huge here. It's big. It's called a different thing because kind of everything, rap, hip hop, R&B, all of it's kind of wrapped into one blanket category. And funnily enough, it's called black music. I mean, like I said, whitest place in the world. So all of that shit is wrapped up into one thing. So when I met my wife, who dated brothers before me, she had a stack of CDs. I went into her house, a stack. Black Hits 1993, Black Hits 92, Black. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And it was it's pretty crazy. It's not even I think my wife just ran to the other room because she has one of these CDs. I think you're gonna see black music like 1997 here in a second.
And you know what's crazy though, Dave? When I was doing the festival, somebody came up and said, and this lady, she was so nice. She's like, she couldn't speak much, and she's like, I love black music, and my homegirl Sammy, you know, she was kind of like looking at like she was. I was like, no, Dave kind of already told us what that's about.
It's the real. It's 100% true. It's what they do. It's pretty crazy. So.
Yeah, but they really love it though, and it was so crazy, Dave. Speaking of that real quick, being the only hip hop artist there, it was a lot of rock stars, prog rock, and I was the only one. I was nervous, man, a little bit.
How could you not be? You know, it's like because you were representing the genre there. Not to put too much weight on you, but I mean, you were probably one of the only Americans there, and not only that, you were the only hip hop artist. So you were representing a genre, something that people were going to be listening to. Now, I assume you also probably sold some CDs while you were there as well. You guys had probably.
Oh, yeah.
So the funny thing is, we're doing a show called The Playlist. You're in someone's playlist here in Germany right now. And not just mine, not just Tommy's. You got people up in way up there in Bavaria where you were performing. You got people in Prague, which is in Czech Republic, by the way. It's not Poland. It's not Poland. You got all these people who now have you in their playlist. So while we will talk about what's in our playlist and later on in the show, we're going to take some callers over on Discord about what's in your playlist and what you're listening to, what your motivations are. How does it feel knowing that you're in some kid's playlist here in Germany right now? What type of feeling is that?
I don't know. That's crazy, Dave. I gotta be. That's fucking nuts when you think of. That's very it's humbling, bro. Like it was like, damn, like that's crazy. I mean, I know, and it's crazy because I've had some people write me from Twitter and Facebook that were in Germany at the show, and they wrote me and said we love your music. It's just crazy. It's so crazy, man. It's just nuts, but I really appreciate it. You know what I mean? You can't help but appreciate shit like that. Right. Seriously, man.
I don't know how you can't. It's just like it's one of those things where it surrounds you. So. Let's talk about musical influences a little bit because this is always interesting to me because I think this is where we're kind of connect with people. This is where we're going to find out exactly how much everybody actually does have in common. Because while you were on this trip, and I'll keep it connected to that as well, while you were on this trip, I know that you were listening to music while you were out traveling around.
Yeah, shit.
So to get you through something that had, look, as exciting as it was, I'm sure there was a lot of stress involved. We talked about you being the only hip hop artist that was performing there. So what calms you down in those type of moments when you're pre-gaming, when you're getting ready? What's on your playlist? What are you listening to at those moments?
Oh man,
everyone's got their go-tos, man. Everyone's got their go-tos.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think the first song I was playing that went on the plane there is this song by Dead Ma 5 and Cascade called "I Remember."
Oh shit!
It's kind of like, yeah, it's a great song. It's I want to say like not techno, but like party house music.
It's like
maybe.
trap music.
But, yeah, kind of, yeah, something like that. But like it's such a cool song because basically they're talking about how they remember the past. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it made me remember where I was from. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing this now, but it's a reason why I'm doing. Like I don't ever want to go back to where I was at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it was just like I played. I remember, and then I was playing a song called "Good Times." I get high. You know that song.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that one. And I was playing
day.
that shit all day because that just calms me down. So yeah, that was. And then it was just so I played so much songs just thinking about it. Just everything.
When you're listening to something in those type of content, when you're trying to calm down, are you listening to the song based on a memory that it might, like you were with that type of song, it was just a happier time? Or sometimes you go, what do you listen to when you're listening for the inspiration, the technical inspiration? Who are the ones?
I think it's the message. I listen to a song for if I'm feeling a certain way, I'm feeling like I'm victorious, I'm feeling down, or feeling like I need some determination. I try to listen to a song I remember that had those kind of words in it that's what they were talking about, is overcoming or things like that. Or if I feel cool, I want to listen to a song that's talking about being cool and shit like that. So it's really on the message of the song, the lyrics of the song. I'm a big lyric guy,
Yeah. Oh, obviously, for a man named Metaphor Messiah, I would assume you would be. I don't blame you one bit. It's now. Let me ask you this, because this is something that I've actually wanted to ask, because I haven't heard you. I've heard you do obviously a lot of rapping, but I've never really heard you try to do like like what Eminem has done a couple of times in his career, where he's actually gone out and sang verses in the middle of his song. Are we gonna hear anything like that from like Mockingbird from you, or what?
I don't know, man. I mean, I was a big believer in stick to what you know. You know what I'm saying?
Why try to mess with it? Why even try to go down that direction?
Yeah, like why? Like I might do some humming, like the Temptations done, but that's as far as you're gonna get, bro. I'd rather just get a singer that does, that's her job or that's his job to sing or whatever, and I'll let them. Eminem's so dope, he can do that and still make it sound good, though.
Right?
You know what I mean?
And he's that type of artist too. It was where the emotion's always there. So even when he does something that was for his daughter and everything. So even if you didn't like his voice, the message, it kind of, and because obviously he has got such a stature that you're going to give him a pass most of the time anyway. But the reason why that song works is because the emotional connotations behind the song as well. How are you going to shit on Eminem for singing to his daughter? You're not.
Daughter, you can't.
You can't. So it's kind of funny. But that was a risk, obviously, for even at his point in his career to take that type of risk. So,
oh yeah,
I mean, and if anybody can relate to that, Dave. It's you.
You ever notice that, Dave? You ever notice that it's the ones that take risk? You got to take a risk, man.
Right.
I've been trying to tell people that too. Like I had to I was nervous to come over. Man, you should have heard some of the shit I heard. Like my friends from the hood, like, bro, you going over to Germany? Like there's still Nazis there. And I was like, no, it's not. Like seriously, like it was I heard some crazy stuff from everybody from all, Americans are funny that way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You fear what you don't know,
Yeah.
So I heard a lot of people, man, I don't know if you want to go over there and you don't know. And I remember Auschwitz, and I was like,
you're dark, but you're not. I mean, you're a little bit darker than the motherfuckers that got burned up in Auschwitz. You ain't got to worry about that. I don't know who you fucking with, but they got the wrong history books.
I told my grandma, I said the Nazi regime's been over for quite some time now, Grandma. It's okay
for a while, and your name's not Greenberg anyway. Last I fucking checked, there's no Greenberg in the. No, you ain't. Yeah, Jay Greenberg. I don't know. I think you're okay. And here's the thing: what people don't realize, and I know it because I'm military and I've been over here for a long time. This is kind of your mecca for pussy. Not to put too fine a point on it, but man, brothers do well here. Brothers do real well here.
It was crazy. I was doing some of those shows, and the girls that just it was pretty crazy, man. I'm not gonna lie. I never took so many. I mean, I've taken pictures a lot with people, but it was a line of women that just wanted to take pictures. It was crazy. Like I was like, wow. Imagine. Meet me at the hotel.
Right.
You know?
I can imagine, man. It's pretty crazy when you think of it in those terms. And then on top of it, you're there because of music, so you can tell people that you're a musician. It's just you hit the double fucking jeopardy there, man. I mean,
it was just crazy. Look, it was crazy, bro. I got to see Tommy and Dave. I got to look at a bunch of fine females, eat really good food. It was fucking, and then do my music on top of all of that. I mean, it was just it couldn't get better.
Speaking of women, and like to keep it within the title of the show, let me get a bedroom rocker for you, man. When you're about to be in the mood, when Real Talk's about to lay it down, what's on the playlist at a moment like that?
Man, it's got. I mean, man, it depends on my mind frame that night. Like if I'm going in there, I'm gonna be real smooth. Probably some Marvin Gaye. You know what I mean?
Ooh, okay.
Some Marvin
going
Gaye,
old school. Get it go.
I like the old school. You know, when you ready to go, like dive in real smooth. You know, you hit the Marvin Gaye, maybe a little Phil Collins. I can feel it calling. That's one.
Oh, yeah, and then it's got that. And you really just grind into it. When I was a kid, it was Def Leppard for me, man. I fucked a lot to Def Leppard between 18 and 19 years old.
Def Leppard.
Yeah. I was really into 80s music when I was a kid, man. I went through progressions. I was in 50s and 60s when I was like 14 to 16. Then when I hit 16, it was like all 80s hair metal, man. It was just 80s metal, 80s metal.
I love 80s music, though. I get it. I loved 80s music. It's just something about, I think the 80s music was so fun, wasn't it? It was just like a fun little, it's hip to be a square and shit like that. There was
no message. That's the thing that we forget. The message of the 80s was fun. I mean, like the 60s had a message. The 70s had a message. The 90s fucking really had a message. The 2000s.
Love the 90s.
It's crazy. And now, but the 80s, there was some messages, don't get me wrong, because we were going through a culture change in some ways. I mean, that is when the hip hop revolution kind of began for some of those bands out there. But messages weren't the big thing in a lot of mainstream rock and stuff. It was about partying, fucking, all that good stuff. Women, drugs, all that thing.
Getting laid and getting paid, bro.
Right.
That's what it was about, man. I dig that shit.
80s were a goddamn trip, man. It really was. But the funny thing is, going back to the bedroom stuff, my wife and I, the first thing that her and I ever really got done, you remember what it was? Go ahead, say it. Rocky soundtrack. The Rocky soundtrack, man. I'm a soundtrack guy, man. I love soundtracks, and I can't get enough of them. I cannot stop with the soundtracks. It's pretty insane. Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. Rocky and Queen. I had this big disc CD changer. It was like 60 discs and shit. It was like my favorite thing in the world. I'm like, they will change the discs for you? I'm buying this.
I remember that was the shit when it came out, bro.
It really was, man. And that's what's kind of the cool thing about music is, like anything else, there's advancements in technology. And that's why it's kind of cool now. You don't need any of that stuff. You don't need anything. It's all on your phone. You can look at your phone right now and know every song that you have in your life and carry it with you wherever you go. It's kind of crazy when you think about it like that.
Yeah, it's crazy, though. That is so. Okay, so Dave, I got a question for you, bro.
Yes, sir.
So, like, I know you say you listen to Rocky. Does the music depend on your mood? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm going in smooth, I'll listen to that. But if I'm going in like a hurricane, I'm trying to smash.
Oh yeah,
like smash. I'm listening to some, you know what I mean, Nirvana or some fucking Smashing Pumpkins or, you know what I mean, some Tupac or Biggie. Like, I'm going in. You know? Does it switch for you?
Oh, absolutely. I think not even just with the bedroom stuff. I think with anything, my mood really does dictate what I'm listening to at the time. When you and Kirsch got me fucking high to the moon, y'all opened up. Y'all opened up some shit for me that I have not been into in a while. I can't stop listening to 60s and 70s. I cannot put down Three Dog Night right now. It's all I'm listening.
Wow, nice.
Dude, like 3 weeks. Mama told me not to come. I'm just like all the fucking time. I cannot stop. I'm going crazy with it. I'm driving my wife nuts. Oh yeah, she's staring daggers. It's the same 6 songs, man. Just an old-fashioned love song. I just can't stop. I love it, man. So yeah.
By the way, shout out to Kirsch, man. She hooked your boy up.
Oh my God. Yeah, let's real quick, not to sidetrack too much, but this story, it's too good. So Real Talk was very, very excited about getting his weed. So we all came over here. We ended up doing the big barbecue that we were all talking about. We ended up doing over here. We just had more room for it. It made sense, so we did it over here.
Mm-hmm.
And within about 35 seconds of them getting out of the car, Kirsch pulls out a baby jar full of this Hamburg sticky icky. And my God. So we all, you guys saw the video by now of myself, Kirsch, and Real Talk on what was the Twitter? On Twitter, on Periscope.
We were folded, bro.
Whew. Whew. Now there's more from that night that most people will never hear about, but the shit got crazy that night. We had an absolute lot of fun. But what the funniest thing that happened, I don't know if you remember this or not, but when you were leaving, my wife took you in the car. You ended up coming back like, I don't know, 2 minutes later, and you're like, Dave, Dave, where's the weed, Dave? Where, do you know where the weed's at? Because Kirsch rolled 4 gigantic cones. Huge. And Real Talk cannot find these motherfuckers, man. And so he's looking all over the place. He cannot find him. He ends up going like somebody stole his favorite t-shirt and shit. Just his head was down as he was walking back to the car. High as shit. No weed. Would you like to tell the people where you found the weed the next day?
So I was really high, guys. And when I got home, I was like kind of sad. And I dug in my pockets and I was like, wait a minute. Is this the joints? I found 3 big, huge joints, or 2 big ass joints in my pants pocket.
Yep.
I don't know how I fucking got there.
I felt for you too when you were like, I couldn't find the weed. In my back of my in my mind, I was like, I hope he doesn't find them shits. I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna smoke them. I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna smoke them. But luckily, 2 days later, Kirsch ended up coming back over and actually stayed the night over here, and she left me a lot, and I smoked it. Smoked a lot of it.
Yeah, I did too, man.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. It was pretty crazy.
That was so fun, bro. What a day that was.
Do you know the one thing we didn't do, ironically enough? We didn't really listen to any motherfucking music. We listened to no music. It's like,
that's true, bro.
Unbelievable. So, before we get to some calls, I do want to get some calls in. I want to hear what you guys are listening to and all of that. But there is a little bit of sadder stuff that we got to talk about because music is in the news right now, obviously, and especially for someone like you and me who are 90s babies in a lot of ways. I mean, granted, born in the 80s, but 90s is where it was kind of at for both of us, especially for music. In the past couple of months, we've lost 2 amazing voices. I mean, really
amazing.
Maybe you don't like all their music, maybe you don't like all their bands, whatever that they've been a part of, but the front man of both Audio Slave and Linkin Park have killed themselves in the past 6 weeks, 10 weeks, both of them. What was that loss to? And they were connected too because they were friends. What did it mean to you? What happened with that whole situation in your head? I mean, how connected are they?
That first of all, that fucking sucked, bro. Like whatever reason they went out, whatever, like that just sucks because I'm a fan of both of their music. Black Hole Sun is this are in my playlist. Black Hole Sun and a lot of Linkin Park. They're all over my playlist. I listen to them repeatedly. I'm a big fan of those songs and their albums, and that shit sucks so much, dude. Like like I said, I was a big fan. And then the Linkin Park, man. My favorites, in my top 5 favorite songs of all time is a song called "Somewhere I Belong."
Yep, I was gonna say the same thing.
That song got me through so much in my. Dave, I'm sure we all have felt like we didn't belong a certain place.
Sure.
You know what I mean? When times was rough and you just feel like you don't belong and you're looking for the. I feel like I'm still looking for that place where I truly belong at. That song. So I understood what they were saying in that song so much. And I just been listening to it a lot lately because, I mean, I understand what he was saying, you know? I understand what they were saying, period. And just, it sucks to see talented musicians like that, you know, leave.
It's rough from just a talent standpoint. I mean, both of them were amazing musicians, amazing singers. It's hard to, especially suicide is a tough subject. That's not what we're tackling. We're not going to talk about it because there's really no point. Whatever your beliefs are in suicide are completely, honestly, they're invalid at this point because that's not what this show's about. That's not what any of it's about. It's about remembering who they were as musicians and what they got us through with their art. And now those voices are gone. they're gone. And the really fucked up thing is Chris Cornell and they were good friends. And
that's almost spooky, man. It's so it sucks, man. It's so spooky, like, you know, 'cause you don't know why he did it, and everybody has. I've been hearing so many conspiracies, and you don't know. But I mean, I imagine it would suck if I lost a friend that I was that close to that did music. It would suck, you know. So
yeah, really would.
Yeah, that's really sad. But if you guys aren't up on their music, man, I'm not even joking. You guys, I don't care what music you listen to, you know what I mean, like hip hop, whatever. But check them out because the message and a lot of both of their songs, dude, and their band songs is so good, dude. You got to check them out, seriously.
There's so many. I liked Audio Slave a lot, and there was Soundgarden was fine. Now, Black Hole Sun, everybody knows Black Hole Sun.
Soundgarden was good,
but
I like
Audio Slave. I think people forget how many amazing hits Audio Slave ended up having. I mean, and from the rest of both of those bands, funnily enough, are connected to WWE. Both of them. And I bet you forgot both of them. But back in the 90s, WWE Monday Night Raw actually debuted that goddamn music video for One Step Closer to the Edge. It was on an episode at the end. Yes, it was on the episode of the end of one of the Monday Night Raws. I remember it, and I think I even recorded it on my VCR because I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I remember the song. I was hearing all over the radio, and then we got to see the music video. They were big supporters. The other one that you're even more surprising, you go back to the first episode of Total Divas, the one that was won by Ashley Massaro. The theme song was Be Yourself. Be yourself is all that you can do. Yeah, that was, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep. It's crazy. Both bands mirroring each other, even as far as both being associated with wrestling. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But that's what songs do. That's what moments do. They connect with you. They make you go back to moments. They make you think about things that maybe you haven't thought. Every time I hear that song, I think of Monday Night Raw. Every time I hear need a little room to breathe, I'm like, oh, Stone Cold punching a motherfucker in the face. It was great. It was like 99 and it was amazing. It might have been 2000. I can't remember what year, but it was incredible. And the same thing. Now, every time that I hear, Be Yourself, I think of Ashley Massaro, and that's not a bad thing at all. That's never a bad thing.
It's pretty hot. Man, that's great. So, I mean, how did it affect you, Dave? I wanted to know that too. Like, I mean,
because of my views with suicide, it affected me in a way of, I was more saddened, and I thought more of their family. If I'm being 100% honest, and I'm not trying to be pretentious, I thought more of their families than anything else. I mean, one of them had 6 children, 6 kids. And he was in his early. I think he was 41 years old.
He was in his early 40s. Yeah, 41, 42.
It's really, really sad. So I think about that, but then when I think about the music, knowing that all these bands that I got to see when I was a kid. I was 16, 17, 18, going to concerts with my mom and my stepdad. I saw Journey, freaking Styx, Kiss on multiple occasions, the original lineup of Kiss, all these bands. I got to see them because they were still alive and they were able to go on tour. Now, not all of them, obviously. Some of them have had replacement members. But more than like when you lose the lead singer after a long run, typically that's the end. I mean, it's not an AC/DC situation when they were very young in their career and Bon Scott drank himself to death in a fucking car somewhere in a parking lot, and then Brian Johnson came in and changed everything. It's not the same thing. The reality is we're not, yes, there are some bands that continue to tour even without. Queen is one of those, obviously, that ended up touring with other singers after Freddie Mercury died, but it's not really the same stratosphere.
No, I can't even imagine somebody's with his voice to what they do and how they like. I mean, it's not Linkin Park. I mean, and I think that's what you said, Dave, is what makes me the saddest because I feel like that's the end. You know what I mean? Right. Like we're never gonna hear that sound again.
Not to be too on the nose with it, but I mean, I guess they were right the entire time. In the end, nothing really does matter.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
It's not to be a fucking downer, but it's like
no, but see, that's what I love about music. Though it can get deep, man. You know what I mean? That's one thing I love about music. You can have deep conversations just from music. That's why I'm so glad we're doing this, man.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the poignancy. I mean, how many times do you listen to a song that reminds you of a relative passing? I can't listen to November Rain without thinking about my grandmother. I mean, it's
Wow.
there's so many songs that just elicit emotional responses, because I think the thing that we do, because we have our playlists on us all the time, and we're always listening to music, it's so easy to tie a song to a moment. And that's why you have songs to commemorate.
True.
I mean, you have wedding songs. You got songs first date. I mean, you have your Bust a Nut song. You got all these songs.
That is so true.
Right? I mean, think about it.
Dave, let me tell you a quick story.
Yeah.
Quick story. My first date, the first girl I ever dated, I think we were in high school, and I took her to go see Cruel Intentions. and the song
Why would you do that?
Because she wanted to see it. I actually like that movie.
Do you really? My wife likes that movie. I hate Cruel Intentions.
That movie. I'm still mad that I'm still mad Sebastian died. That still makes me mad.
You never heard another brother say that. Somebody fucking record that shit. You're done. You're done. It's over, man. You might as well just start fucking singing show tunes now, motherfucker. It's over.
I'm just being real, bro.
Nah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm just being real. I still get mad, but I took her to see that movie, and that's why I fell in love with it. Every time I hear the song "Bittersweet Symphony," that's what I always remember. My first date, that's just a quick story. That's just that I love that song.
Right?
Always takes me to time. Yep, the Verb, man. Love the Verb too. They're really good.
That song always, it sticks in there, and that's I think that's why soundtracks exist. That's why you look you look at movies that have needle drops. I think one is a really good example of it is that awful ass movie that just came out, Suicide Squad. Terrible movie, badass soundtrack.
Hard though. Ooh, yeah,
that needle drop after motherfucking needle drop. It was bad. Oh, I'm getting beat up for my Cruel Intentions jokes. I'm getting beat up in the chat. They're coming at me.
Good job, chat.
Oh my god!
They know that movie's the shit. They know.
The white girl army's gonna be coming after me for talking shit about motherfucking Cruel Intentions. It's fucked up. I'm done.
Hard too, bro.
It's really good stuff. So now, for those of you asking exactly what the show is going to be in the future, this first episode was a little bit more loose than the other shows are probably going to be, where things are going to be more structured as far as themes, moments. This is more of a getting to know us and our relation to music, why it's important, why you should care, why you should be tuning in every week. And one of the most important things that we're going to be doing is asking ourselves the questions, what's in your playlist currently? So that's what we're going to do right now. First thing I want to ask my man, Real Talk Man from Messiah, what is in your playlist right now? What are you listening to currently at the moment?
Okay, so I've been listening. I got 4 songs that I've really been listening to this week. One is, I think I told you, Dead Ma 5 and Cascade, called I Remember. I've been really digging that one. And the Somewhere I Belong. I've been listening to that nonstop, you know what I mean, just because of everything that's going on and kind of remembering Linkin Park and stuff like that. And then I've been listening to it's a song called by Jay-Z, who's 47 years old and just dropped his last album, which I think is amazing.
Really?
For a 47-year-old to drop it's probably going to be his last one.
You think Jay-Z's done?
I think he's done after
what he was saying. He's
going
to be done for a long time, though, hadn't he? He's always retiring.
Always retiring. He's fucking 47. And honestly, I got to be honest, it's one of the best albums I've heard in a long time. And I think it's because of his message. His message, and the album's called 444. But the message in there is just so different from anything I heard him do. You know, a lot of people, rappers, we talk about how much money we got and this and that. But he's actually, in this album, asking people, what are you doing with your money? He's telling people that he wish he could change with some of the stuff he did because he learned that investing his money in other things was better than going out and blowing it everywhere,
Right.
And I really dig that. Like, I feel what he's saying. And don't get me wrong, I've blown some money and stuff like that, but I'm also pretty smart. And I try to be pretty smart with my money. So I understand what he's saying. When your money's gone and when it's not there, what did you do with it? Did you invest? Do you have something? So I really get that album. And his single is called The Story of OJ. You know what I mean? Ooh. And it's called The Story of OJ, the new single. It's a video. And I think it's been kind of controversial, you know what I mean, saying some stuff in there. But I really dig it. Like, I really dig what he's saying. I really get the message, period. And I think no matter what, he says nigga all the time in there a lot.
Yeah, I don't see why that even matters at this point.
I saw a lot of people saying, no, this and that. That shouldn't even matter. If you listen to what he's saying in there, it's really a good song. So, yeah. And then, so I've been listening to that. So The Story of OJ by Jay-Z, Somewhere I Belong, and Dead Ma 5, I Remember. And then for my weed heads, bro, when I smoke, I got one song I've really been into lately. It's called White Rabbits by the Jefferson Airplane. One of the best high songs I have ever. I love that song when I'm high, bro. So if you're smoking back, sitting back chilling, and you're a little, intoxicated with some weed, put on White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane.
Put on anything by Jefferson Airplane, especially before they started changing their name a million motherfucking times.
Yeah,
when you're high, Jefferson Airplane.
They make oh my God, Dave, they make the best high songs.
They do. I agree.
They
do. No, they do. Real quick, since we're on that subject, what's your favorite high movie? What's that stoner movie that you can't get enough of? And it usually has great music in it, by the way. Grandma's Boy.
Boy. My favorite movie ever when I'm high is Grandma's Boy. Dude. That is the funniest. It doesn't get much funnier.
I'm with you. No, I'm 100% with you. I've been actually watching it a lot lately. It's a lot. So
it is. The soundtrack's not bad. It's not one of my favorites, but it's not bad either.
It's different. There's not a lot of needle drops because it was kind of a low budget film because it was an Adam Sandler project, but it wasn't Adam Sandler. It was Adam Sandler's friends. So he didn't drop a lot of money into it. So there's not a lot, but the music is good. Like the music's not bad at all, but it's all low key type stuff, and I like that. Sometimes that's kind of cool.
Yeah, me too.
It's good to set the mood like that. As for me, like I said, I can't even get past Three Dog Night at this point. But I can't. I wish I could, but I really can't. But I have my walking. I'm not playing as much Pokemon Go as I was. I kind of fell out of love with the game a little bit. But but it's coming back though, and that's a different video for another day. But what I've been doing is I've been listening to music all the time. It's kind of what I got back into it, just going crazy with music. So what I've been listening to, one song that I listen to more than anything else is Boogie Wonderland. Not the original.
Ooh.
Not the original.
Oh.
But the one sang by Brittany Murphy for Happy Feet. If you haven't listened to that, yeah, man, I know it's crazy.
I haven't heard that.
Most people don't know that Brittany Murphy did all the singing for that movie for her character, and she did. She had a really incredible voice. Another tragic death. Really, really incredible voice. And she does a variation of Boogie Wonderland that I love. Earth, Wind, and Fire. I mean, like, I love
them to death.
Love Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I'm telling you, man, I can't even get enough. So her version I like a little bit more, and it's a really fun version. And Robin Williams is on that track. I mean, it's kind of crazy. It's a really, really good song. So that's a big one for me. And the other thing while I'm listening, I don't give a shit. You guys know who I am. Glorious, man. Every time I walk up the motherfucking hill, I have this big hill. You've seen it as you've been in my town now. There's this gigantic hill, and every time I walk up it, I swear, every time I need it, Glorious comes on, the Bobby Roode theme song, and it gets me up that hill.
I like that song, though.
Yeah.
I like that song. I can see that.
Doesn't need a lot of lyrics, but the rock anthem, all of it, it just works, and I absolutely love it. So that's what's on our playlist currently, but now it's time to find out what's on your playlist. So Real Talk's about to leave us for a moment, go over to Discord. You guys can do the same. We're going to go over there. We'll see you in just a second. Talk to you in a moment, my brother.
All right.
I got the wrong thing. Which one? All right, we're going to go over there in just a second, too. Not that. That's not so bad, though. There we go. Okay, let's go over to Discord. You want to jump in a waiting call? We will take your calls on Skype. No, not on Skype, just on Discord. Just on Discord. So let me first get Real Talk. He's coming back in. We'll bring him in here. Real Talk. Are you there, my brother?
Yes, Dave, can you hear me?
I can, loud and clear. All right, so we got a lot of people here waiting to call, and I know the most impatient one of the group has been, now I'm going to preface this, and we're gonna be good. We're gonna be on our best behavior. A 12-year-old girl that I've heard her voice. She has sang on this show before. Incredible talent. Let's see what she has to say. Let's bring in Wolf Girl. You've been really excited about calling in. Well, you're live with That on Dave and Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah. What do you got for us?
Of course, I've been excited for this. Music is my life. So, yeah.
Yay! I like that.
So, what do you got for us?
Well, if you're wondering are you wondering what's on my playlist?
Well,
is that
sure.
what you're wondering?
Yeah, sure. That's the first thing. What do you listen to currently?
Through is, I know this might surprise because I sound like such a happy, cheerful girl, but I listen to a lot of Avril Lavigne.
Now, which Avril? Hey, girlfriend Avril or complicated Avril? What Avril rocks your boat?
Avril. I love Avril Lavigne to death.
I like Avril too.
Do you feel like she's
My
sold
favorite
out
so
though?
far
I
is
mean,
rock and roll.
she kind of sold
My
out.
favorite is. Yeah, I prefer like music from the 2010s and nightcores. Nightcores are the best. Do you know what nightcores are?
I don't. Real talk, might. I don't know what that is.
Somewhat. You can explain it though. Somewhat.
Sped up, higher pitched pop songs, and they are so good.
Yeah.
They put the originals to shame.
That's a statement.
Yeah, it is.
Well, most of them do. Most of them do. At least in my opinion.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What else are you listening to currently?
Well, it's mostly my nightcore stuff. Like I'm listening to the newest Disney movies soundtrack, Descendants 2. I mean, I still watch Disney movies. I'm 12 years old.
And there's some great music in Disney movies. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. In fact, I love Disney, and very frequently when we used to play a lot of singing games with the family, I would always be looking for Disney songs because I love
there's
Disney.
great Disney. There's great Disney movies. A Goofy movie. I love that one. A Goofy movie. Tevin Campbell.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that.
Now, didn't The Rock win a Grammy this year for a Disney song? I mean, didn't I know
Might
he
have,
performed?
but he was in Moana. He was in Moana.
Yeah, he was.
I am Moana. I had to
no,
do
it's
that.
all right. That You're Welcome song, I think it won an Academy Award.
I love the entire Moana soundtrack.
Of course you do. You're 12.
Wolf Girl.
Do I 12?
Hey, Wolf Girl, give me a nightcore song to listen to, so I can go check one out.
There you go.
Favorite nightcore list is let me think. So many good ones. Let me think. Evacuate the Dance Floor by Cascada has an awesome nightcore. They only have anime pictures on them, so.
I forgot. I do know what nightcore is because there's a friend of the channel, the one and only, the goddess, Queen Casey's. She listens to a lot of nightcore, and she is always sending me nightcore music to listen to. And yeah, I do know
The
what
only
nightcore
one?
is.
No, I am not the only one.
You're not the only one.
Also, music has been a huge part of my life because I'm actually aspiring to be on Broadway, if you guys didn't know that.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
She's actually saying on this song, the girl's got a voice.
That's really cool. Don't give up. Keep going, no matter what.
Do you want me to sing? I can't.
You know what? Go ahead. Give us a little taste. Now, don't give us too much now, as you don't want to give it away, which you can eventually sell. Give a taste.
All right. Never been good with words. Well, at least not the sweet kind. Somehow when she's around, it's like I just lose my mind. And I know, I should just leave it alone, but I won't. I keep getting in my way. And my friends say I'm crazy. A girl like that would never go for a guy like me. And I know, I should just leave it alone, but I won't.
Aw, that was cute.
Wow.
Very good. That was nice.
He's good.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Wolf Girl. That was very brave of you to do.
Yeah, it was.
Keep it up and you'll get to where you want to go, all right? Just keep grinding. Look, a man did it. It's sitting right next to us. Not only has done it, was basically done it on his own terms. Keep grinding. You never know what's going to happen.
All right, thanks. Bye.
All right, Wolf.
Bye.
I love her because she also does not mess around when she leaves. She's like, all right, thanks. Bye. I like
wow.
that.
She's so cute.
Isn't she adorable?
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. That's so cool to hear, like, young talent.
Right? Same age as my kid, by the way.
Wow.
My kid ain't doing shit. My kid's got to get on the ball. She ain't doing that. I'm going to go wake up Alicia. I'm going to start making her sing some stuff.
Start singing right now.
What have you done? What have you done for us lately? Get to singing. Daddy can't live on Pokemon alone. Damn. All right, let's get since we've talked about Germany quite a bit during the course of the show, let's bring in another German. Well, a German. I'm not German. That's why I said another. Let's bring in a German into the conversation. Super Rising Storm. Why didn't you come visit Real Talk while he was here? Are you racist? You're racist. I knew it.
What?
That's a good question.
No, I wish I could have, but
Shut up,
sadly,
man.
I wasn't able to.
It happens, man. What's up, Flo? What do you got for us today, buddy?
But real talk, from what I've seen from all the videos that Tommy took and others, you did an amazing job.
Thank you, man. That means a lot. Thank you. I tried.
So where to start? Pretty much my childhood with there were two theme songs that meant a lot to me, and that were first off the DuckTales theme song. And
Life is
the
like
second-
an airplane.
Here is
Yo, corny motherfuckers. You corny sons of bitches. I knew someone would sing it with me. Yes.
Dave. We are old.
I love it, man. I fucking love it. We gotta do. We have to do a TV theme song episode of this one day, real.
Oh, we definitely have to.
Definitely got him. Man.
Definitely.
All right, please continue. What else you got there? What else are you listening to, buddy?
And the second song was the first one that got me into rock music, and that was the Power Rangers theme song.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
They've got the power of the bow that I've never seen before. God, I love that shit too. That was good stuff.
Damn,
I just remember Go Power Rangers.
That's the only part. The only part that most people can remember. But it actually had words. It had a whole thing. It's
Yeah, Ron Westerman did a really good job.
Oh shit! Listen to this. He knew who did it.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Good stuff.
Flo doesn't
I
mess
know my
around, man.
facts.
His name is Flo for a reason. I'm telling you, man. There you go.
Impressed.
Very impressive.
Hey.
So, all right, those are the things that you listened to in the past. What do you listen to currently?
All kinds of things. Most thinking of hip hop and rap. Your songs, real talk, because because your songs are amazing, without a doubt. And you can hear you put your soul into it, so
There's
I
no
really like
bullshit
it.
behind it. Yeah, it's real. His name says it all.
Yep.
This is my homie right here. Hell yeah.
The Germans love you, man. The Germans are all about real talk.
Dude, we haven't talked in a while, so I need this.
That's good stuff.
Uh,
You got any
going
questions for me or real?
no, not really.
Well, we appreciate having you on. We're gonna try to get the rest of these callers, brother.
All right, take care.
Yeah, seriously, man. Thank you, man. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, you go ahead and introduce the next one. I'm gonna pull him up. You bring him in. Sound good?
Okay. Let's do,
Here we go. I got one for you. I got one picked out. Here we go.
okay. Okay. So we got my boy Will Gaming Fog.
Yeah, Will Dillon, what's up, man?
Hey guys, first off, real talk, congratulations with Germany, dude. I've seen the videos and totally amazing. Totally
Thanks,
amazing.
Will.
Totally amazing. So, playlist, what have I got on my phone? Dave, I know you're going to laugh because I know what you're going to say.
real quick, guys. Real quick, Will. I just want to thank you, bro. You've been around for a while and you've showed me a lot of love, a lot, man, everywhere. So I just want to say I appreciate it, bro. Seriously.
Oh, and by the way, it's also his 10-year anniversary to his beautiful wife Marie. Happy anniversary, yes.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I know one album. He's going to laugh at me.
That's all right.
Yep, I know. I'm waiting for it as the Transformers, the movie soundtrack.
Now, how did I guess that? Now, how did I ever fucking guess that you were going to say something Transformerish? Unbelievable.
I don't know, Dave. But apart from that, it's a lot of Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, AC/DC, Poison. I've got a lot of that on my phone. Then I flip it over, movie soundtracks. Now, the movie soundtracks, I take certain songs, like take the Top Gun soundtrack, I take like Mighty Wings from Cheap Tricks. Love that track.
Yeah, I like this. He's throwing some. See, this is right up my alley right here.
Stop.
I want like a relaxing one. Fleetwood Mac, The Chains, or Go Your
Oh,
Own
listen
Way.
to The Chain. You can listen, yeah. You can listen to Rumors too. If you just want an album you just want to listen to and just relax, just listen to Rumors, man. The whole album's good.
Because I'm a big 80s guy, but Marie, she loves the 70s. But then the games, Dave, this is where me and you can relate, is the Fallout soundtrack just 50s.
Oh God! Oh, the Fallout soundtrack.
As soon as you hear that, that is it.
That's older music, but man, I love the Fallout soundtrack. It's my wife hates it to death, but I love it.
Oh no, I love it. And of course, Rio, one of my favorite songs from yourself is War Games. Absolutely love it.
Oh, thank you.
It's a bad jam. That's a bad song right there.
You know, it's crazy. They really appreciated that one in Germany too. That was like, they really liked that one.
Because I think it's very relatable and I think it's very listenable. There's nothing abrasive about it. It's a very captivating song. It's one of my favorites of yours too.
Oh wow. Wow.
It grabs you, man.
They like it. No,
I like all your music though. I like some more than others. Obviously, Morning Light's my jam, but I do like your music. It's very easy to listen to.
That's awesome.
One of the best ones, like I've said, and I've got a lot of my friends listening to it. And I remember like when we started talking Real Talk, the first thing I said was the Final Fantasy VII One Winged
Sephiroth, yeah.
The Sephiroth theme, and I was like my friends that are Final Fantasy fans, especially 7, that's what got me into the Final Fantasy series. I was like, you have got to hear this. I've never heard somebody take that theme and make it into a song. Never heard it, and it was done, and it was amazing.
He's done that quite a few times with a few different things that I absolutely like. You've done it. You did it with a Styx song. You did it with.
What's that Styx song? I'm a big fan of Styx. So
yeah, I'm a big Styx guy. So when you did that, I was like, oh. And then you did Dusty Roses, man. You did The American Dream, and one of my favorite songs you've ever done. I did. Amazing song.
That's awesome, dude. You know what's funny? With the Sephiroth song, like I've only played Final Fantasy VII, right?
Right.
Because I don't get much time to play games, but that was one of my favorite games of all time, and I sucked at it. Like I never beat it. I really sucked. But I love that. I just love that storyline. You know what I mean? I love Sephiroth. I love that whole like. I would go to watch people play it. You know.
And you've got the one scene that just breaks your heart every time. And then with the remakes coming, I don't know if I can sit through it again.
But you know what? Luckily, the remake's been coming for like 47 years, and it still ain't here. So don't worry about it. It ain't ever coming.
Exactly.
Jesus. All right. Well, we appreciate the call. I'm gonna try to get through the rest of these callers, brother.
Yeah, seriously.
No worries, guys. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Real Talk.
Thanks, Will.
No
Take it easy.
problem.
Bye, guys.
Before we take another caller, there was a question earlier in the show that I wanted to answer from Santa Claus. He put it in the chat. He asked, what do we think of the Rasmus? Do you remember the Rasmus?
Somewhat.
They had a couple of really good songs. The reason why that question stuck in my head is because when I was in Iraq, I was listening to a lot of we'll call it emo rock. I may have dabbled into the darkness. I may have listened to a little Evanescence. I may have gotten into those type of bands. And she sent me, she sent me the Rasmus, and they had one big song. It was called In the Shadows. I think the song was called. In the shadows of my life, I've been watching. I've been waiting. Yeah, it was a jam. They had another song too, but that was their big one. So they got me through a time in Iraq where I really needed them because it was after I had gotten hurt, but didn't know how bad I was hurt. So that was actually a really good song for me.
I'm gonna check it out.
I would check out them. They're worth checking out with. They're not so bad.
Okay, definitely.
Let's take another caller. Let's go to my man. Super Tobes. Super Tobes is here. What's going on, Super Tobes? How you living?
What's up, bro?
Super Tobes.
It's better than I'm sorry, my internet connection's pretty terrible.
Not a worry. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, man. What are you listening to at the moment?
Damn it.
What's your try to fix your stuff? I'll try to bring you back in, okay?
Dave.
Yeah. I'll probably bring you back in, buddy.
Let's bring in Xanta.
Xanta, all right, I like that. Let's bring in Xanta. Since we
like
just
Xanta.
talked a little bit about his question, let's bring in Xanta Claus. What's going on, buddy?
Not much. How about you?
We're doing pretty well.
Hang
Before we
I'm
start
all right.
going a little bit too far here, I also owe Mr. Xanta Claus a little bit of a thanks, because if you watch the intro of this episode with your song in it, he remixed an intro that he did and incorporated your song into it, and I think it's one of the best intros that I've actually ever used. I love it to death,
Nice.
and that was made by Xanta Claus.
Glad
Xanta, you're the man, bro.
glad you like it.
Love it,
It's something
love it,
I
love
did
it.
quite a while to do, but I got it working. So
All right, what do you
You
got
are
for
the
us,
man.
man? What are you listening to at the moment?
at the moment, I am listening to a lot of old Nickelback and
Oh, God,
You?
really?
Yeah, good one.
old is in first album, sort of.
And
Old.
they say that the hero will save us.
No, no, not the Spider-Man. Not the Spider-Man song.
No, no,
I
Jesus
thought I
Christ.
escaped
Yeah.
that song.
No.
It never goes away.
They've got a new album out, and it's more metal than anything else.
You know what? Even when
It's
Nickelback
decent.
tries to be metal, they're not metal. It's-
No, they're not full on, but they're more metal than their other stuff.
Fair
let's be
enough.
honest.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And it's pretty good. And other stuff, I actually listen to YouTuber remixes.
Really?
Yeah, there was one, it piqued my interest. It was Jacksepticeye one, I think. It was done by Shmoyoho.
That's a good name.
Shmoyoho, yeah. And it's called All the Way. And I was listening to that today because I've been having a shit day. And I listened to that and it actually got me through
Oh, good stuff.
through it all. So it's quite good. I checked it
Nice.
out.
That's pretty good. What's
pretty-
give Real Talk a song that you feel that he should be listening to that maybe he's not currently at the moment?
Yeah.
Well, definitely the Rasmus in the Shadows, definitely.
Okay,
Another one
Rasmus.
I would say is Nickelback, A Coin for the Ferryman.
Ooh, okay.
All
I like
right.
Nickelback too. What is it called again?
A Coin for the Ferryman.
Coin to the Ferryman.
I,
Okay.
I like the
All right.
name. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good name.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
sure
pretty
it's
good
something
song.
really douchey. I'm not trying to shit on your band or nothing, but I'm fairly certain that there's probably something douchey behind it. If I had to guess, look at this photograph. Every time I do it, makes me laugh. I want to stab the next white person I see right in the fucking eye just for that song. All right, Xanta, thanks a lot, man. You have a good
All
night.
right, dude. You too.
We haven't had a
I
woman
like
on the show.
Nickelback.
I do really.
Yeah, I like
really?
Nickelback.
Oh.
I like some of their songs. I do.
He's drunk
I-
again. It's time to fight. The same old shit on a different night. Oh God, no.
We're talking about the same guy who doesn't listen to Nirvana, and I think you're crazy for
Hey,
that.
man, we'll have the Nirvana fight one day, but
Yeah, we are. Sir.
I can't because I'm gonna get dragged out of here in handcuffs. So let's bring in
Yeah, me too.
let's bring in the female persuasion. First female caller of the night,
All right.
Chrissy Piplup, live with Dead on Dave and Real Talk Metaphor Messiah. What is going on in your playlist?
Oh, I'm good, guys. How are you?
Hi,
Better
Chrissy.
now.
I'm all right.
I had some problems because of the fucking Discord thing. It wouldn't let me unmute my mic, so I had to spend 15 minutes figuring out what the hell I'm supposed to do. Yay.
Yeah, well, you're here now, and that's all that matters. What do you got for us?
I had to look on my old phone because most of my music didn't transfer to my new one because my old computer broke.
Mhm.
Yay, Apple. But I don't know if you've ever seen it because it's an older, well, it's not that old of a movie. It came out in like 2003, 2004. But What a Girl Wants, it's like an Amanda Bynes movie that I watched when I was a teenager.
Yeah,
I've heard of it.
That
Heard of it. I didn't see it, but I
it
heard of it.
has a really good soundtrack. Like the movie's decent, but like the soundtrack makes it so much better. And Moulin Rouge has a really good soundtrack.
Moulin Rouge has
I
a
do.
great soundtrack. I
Great.
agree with
I
that.
love that sound. Yeah.
Well, I'm usually not a huge musical person.
I am. That's my secret. That's my secret shame. I'm a musical
Your
man.
secret shame. No,
I like musicals too.
My secret shame is watching Say Yes to the Dress on like TLC.
Yeah.
Now everyone knows what kind of person I am.
That's all right.
But-
Getting to know you. That's all right.
Did you say TLC?
Yeah, like TLC.
I like
Like-
TLC too.
They have a lot of trash shows, but like they also have like guilty pleasure shows. That
Oh,
you
she's talking
try
about
not to let
the
anyone know.
channel, not the group.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love TLC too. TLC, like the actual band too.
Yeah, they were good too.
They were such a good group. It's so depressing when I think about it though, because you'll never get another album out of them.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, Left Eye Lopes ain't gonna burn anybody's house down either. So you know, take the good with the bad. I don't know. She did. She burned someone's fucking house down. It's true.
That was a crazy chick, bro.
Oh my
I still
God.
try to rap that whole fucking thing from Waterfalls. Man, that was great.
Yeah, it was.
It's such a good song. Oh my God.
It is. Any questions for myself or Real Talk Metaphor Messiah?
If there was one song that I would have to listen to, what song would you recommend or album?
Ooh.
Oh,
Jay, you first.
oh, thanks, Dave.
You're welcome. I got to think for a second.
He just threw you underneath the bus. He's like,
He really
You-
did.
You're the expert. I'm the honky. You're the expert. You got to give it to her first, man.
did you, what did you say you were? Did you say you were the hunk? Because I don't know.
Well, I am a hunk, but I'm also a honky. I'm a honky. It's very true.
Because I was gonna say between you and Real Talk would be the pretty one.
What? Oh,
Oh,
you
wow,
know,
thank you.
Where's the Pokemon love? Where that's
I
what
really know what Chrissy is my homegirl. She
I've
used to be
sent her
my best
cards.
friend.
I've sent her Pokemon cards, and this is I can't even get her to lie to me. I can't even get her to lie to me on my own show, my own channel. Damn, unbelievable. That's all right. No, it's true. Look,
No, but Dave, you know I'm gonna be part of your harem with Jade, so it's
That's
all
true.
okay.
I will punish you when you're one of my sister wives. This is 100% true. So.
Oh man.
So after all that hilarity, have you thought of a song yet, Real?
Yeah, Okay, so I'll give you two albums, and the first album, if you haven't listened to the full Nirvana album,
Oh, I do. I have not ever listened to a whole Nirvana album, but I do love Nirvana.
Was it
please-
Nevermind? Was it
my girl.
Nevermind? Was the album that you're thinking of? That was Nevermind, right? The one with the baby?
Yeah. That's it.
I do. I actually I think I have a couple songs off of that album on my.
It's one of the greatest albums. I mean, they got like 7 or 8 top level songs on that album alone. I think it's one of the greatest. It is the greatest grunge rock album of all time.
I think
But,
that's the one where I have the most songs from. I think it's it's like the baby swimming thing that looks super unsafe, but
Super unsafe. I don't know. I'm one of
little
the babies
unsafe. Someone might, yes.
I hope that was photoshopped.
But yeah, if you get a chance, check that out. And then I don't know how big you are into hip hop, but I would definitely check out. Okay, so if you're not, I would definitely check out the album.
I'm not huge, but I do like hip hop when it has a good beat. I think I'm more for like sound than actual words. For
You listen to a lot of Will Smith, don't you?
I don't really like Will Smith.
Oh, I would have bet money on that. Damn.
No, I mean I liked him when he was on
Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince.
There you
That's
go.
basically it. Like I really don't really care anything since
Fair
then.
enough. What's
Okay,
the
I'll
album
give
you were
you a
going to give her?
startup
Yeah,
album.
what was the album? Yeah.
Okay, it's an album called Black Mozart by a guy named Bill Talk, the Metaphor Messiah. And I think that you'll like it because it's for people who don't really like hip hop. They seem to kind of like it. It'll get you started on good hip hop too. So you should check that out.
Okay.
Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, fucking converting white people one person at a time. Jesus.
At a time.
I highly recommend you listen to the album, the whole album too, because it is fantastic. And guys, stick around to the end. We're going to play an entire song, the title track off that album, as a matter of fact. We're going to close with that. My homework for you, Chrissy, is it's really simple. Listen to the greatest soundtrack in the history of music, in the history of movies. This is not only a soundtrack, it's also a standalone album, A Kind of Magic by Queen. Go check it out.
I do like Queen. I don't know if I've heard of that album, but like I have like singular songs off their album,
it's every song is a hit. And here's the thing, it was an interesting story because the people who did Highlander, they wanted one song off Freddie Mercury. They ended up talking to him, and he ended up not only doing the entire soundtrack, but he orchestrated the music as well. He did everything you hear musically in Highlander is done by Queen. It's really incredible. And then they just released the album with it, A Kind of Magic. And that's why you hear throughout the series, throughout the show, throughout all of the movies, you hear over and over, they will say the line, it's a kind of magic. And that's because of the Queen connection. So
you should be really happy that I know what you're talking about, Dave, that I'm old enough to know what Highlander is.
Don't make me feel old. Man, now I'm ugly and old. God, damn.
I never said you were ugly.
No, you're right. Just compared to Jane.
I said Real Talk was the prettier one.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're ugly. Just like
You know what, Dave? There's nothing wrong with that.
Right? I mean,
You're
you're the sexual chocolate. I'm the cream filling. I'll take it, motherfucker.
Just like if I talked to the Elite Four, I would say Toby's the prettiest one.
Oh, now I'm questioning your fucking taste in men.
I love curly hair. It's a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Good God. All right. Fair enough. Hey, different strokes for different folks.
All right.
Chrissy, I think I love your taste in men. And I think
All right, Miss Piplup, thank you so much.
No, you're welcome, guys. Have a good rest of the show.
Will do. She's a sweetheart. I love her to death. She's great. Great supporter of the channel. Who you want to go with next? We got a couple more. I'm going to save Super Tobes for last. I want to get through the rest of these as fast as we can.
Okay, let's do the Speaking Void.
Let's do Speaking Void. Speaking Void, real quick, we're running out of show. What's in your playlist? You're live with Real Talking Dead on Dave.
Good evening, boys. How are you doing?
What's up, bro?
Not bad. How you doing, man?
Good. I have two questions for Real Talk, if you don't mind, Dave.
Well, first, I like your voice.
He's got a great voice, yes.
Damn.
Thank you, guys.
Are you trying to seduce me, bro?
Sorry?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. What's your questions? Go ahead.
Well, first of all, no, wait, let me rephrase. When you are working on a song, I don't know, writing or composing, are you listening to music? And if yes, what kind of music are you listening to?
When I'm working on a song, usually I get the beat because I don't write my lyrics down on paper. I like to keep them in my head, so I like listen to a beat or whatever the beat I'm working on, or I'll get started listening to like anything classical, whatever kind of mood I'm in that matches kind of the beat that I'm doing, and then the words just come, and it goes from there. I just write the word.
Question number 2.
Well, how do you think the music or your mood influences your choice of the music you're listening to? Is it very strong, or is it just I don't know? You click on the random song, say, okay, yeah, this fits perfectly, or you say, okay, I need something that's
usually
or something like this.
No, usually it's I'm a really kind of an emotional person. I'm really passionate what I do. So like when I'm in the mood, like if I feel like I'm in this mood, I already know what song I need. I need a real deep song that's gonna really like match what I'm feeling. So I kind of just match it on feeling. Like I know what I want to listen to.
Okay, well, sounds interesting because I know some guys who are doing music, and when they're working on songs or they're playing, they are really let's say looking hard for something, and one other guy is just let's say he hits his random playlist or the random button and just switches through his songs until he finds something. So this what I find quite interesting to know about this from other musicians.
Yeah, it's not a problem. Either way you go, like either way, I totally dig it. Like, you know what I mean? If you know a specific song or you just go until you find one, that's pretty good. Let me ask you a question. What's the song I should be listening to?
Ooh, well, it depends. Do you like jazz?
I like everything, bro. Tell me something. Tell me else.
Just give him some homework, man.
Give him some homework. Then I would suggest the genre doom jazz. It's slow play jazz and very beautiful and ambient.
Okay.
All right, cool.
So, and I would recommend the band Bohren and the Club of Gore. It's a band from Germany, and they're doing this nice, very slow motion jazz.
You know you're gonna have to send that to him, right? I mean, like,
Yeah.
He couldn't. I can tell you this: he could not say that back to you right now if there was a gun to his head. You got to send that to him.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, dude. Just give me a second.
Make sure you listen to Flugens and the Flugeners. What? That's all I fucking heard. No, send that shit to him. All right, man. Thanks a lot, Speaking Boy. We appreciate you, man. Make sure you tag us in that later.
Send me one on Twitter, bro. Send me the song on Twitter.
I'll send you this on Twitter, and have a good evening, guys.
All right, man.
All right, you too.
Goodbye, guys.
I'm an asshole, man. I really am, but I'm sorry. Like, what the fuck, man? I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let's see here. Let's bring in Veggie. All right, Veggie, real quick. What do you got for us? What's on your playlist? Veggie, going once.
What's up, man?
All right, Veggie, what do you got for us, man? Real quick.
Well, first off, I wanted to say you guys had a great stream today. Talking about music is like one of my favorite things in the world.
Oh, awesome. Glad you enjoyed it, man.
Yeah, it's totally awesome. Real talk, you're amazing, dude. I started following you on Twitter recently. Really enjoy your shit, man.
Oh, thanks, bro. Thank you.
Oh, you got it, dude. So for me, early on, the first album I ever got, I think I was 9 or 10 years old, was Weezer's Blue album.
Ooh, I like Weezer.
Weezer, all right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that one.
Yeah, the garage style. I'm definitely really into grunge and like modern hard rock. Definitely like classical rock. I would probably say that my biggest band that you will always catch on my playlist would be Foo Fighters.
Really?
Oh, I like Foo Fighters. Wow, good one.
Yeah,
that's a good
I'm
band.
a big Foo Fighters fan. I'm a big Pearl Jam fan. Of course,
Chicago.
like we were talking about.
Chicago, yep. Chi-town.
Audio Slave was huge for me, especially because I'm a Pearl Jam fan. Chris Cornell and Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam, you know, they worked together for a little while in the band Temple of the Dog.
Oh, wow.
And they did
That's
a good few
what I was
songs
thinking.
together.
Temple of the Dog. That's what the fuck it was. I've been thinking about that the whole. I've tried to figure. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I like that.
That's the other key was in. I was.
I'm not going to keep you much longer, but just for all those Chester fans and Chris Cornell fans, you go on YouTube. Cornell comes and he plays a second role in the Linkin Park song Crawling in My Skin, you know, and it was phenomenal. As well as Chester teamed up with Cornell when he was touring to do the Temple of the Dog song Hunger Strike, which was fantastic. So if there's any fans out there, those are like, if you want like a tear-jerking smile on your face, that's a big
you are
one.
the man, bro.
Veggie, that's some good stuff, and you gave us some good homework there to listen to too.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question,
right.
Veggie. You're a grunge fan. What do you think about Nirvana?
Oh, I love Nirvana. They're one of the along with Weezer, Nirvana, and early Foo Fighters. Those were like my steps of getting out of, you know, like when I grew up, I had the Beatles a lot. You know, a lot of oldies, stuff like that. And Nirvana was one of those bands that like broke the chains and really, you know, showed me rock and roll. You know what I mean?
Greatest band of all time.
The common theme is that, like, Jay just try to fucking break me with this Nirvana shit.
Well, not just Nirvana's music, but what they did for music. You know what I mean? You can't deny the tremendous influence that they had. I mean, I'm a Foo Fighters fan. I'm a Foo Fighters fan, and Dave Grohl came from Nirvana. You know,
and his band's better than Nirvana. Foo Fighters is better than Nirvana.
I agree with that.
Yes, it's true.
I don't know. I agree with that, but that doesn't mean that I don't like Nirvana. You know what I mean?
All right, but still. All right, Veggie.
Yeah, if I could recommend one song for you guys to check out, it would be actually it's all about your stream today. It's called Heart Songs. It's by Weezer. And it's basically a song going down the list of all of the musicians and bands that influence them to get where they are.
Oh shit! Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna check. What's it called? You know what? Can you send it to me on Twitter, bro?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yes. Make sure that everybody sends us the songs that you want us to listen to, because we ain't gonna remember shit. I'm letting you know.
Yeah.
All right, Veggie. For different reasons. For different reasons.
I got one more quick question.
All right.
Real talk. Are you going to come to Arizona anytime soon?
Oh, bro, I'll be in Arizona in November for the hip hop festival.
All right. Excellent. Okay, cool.
I'll get more with you. I didn't know you were in Arizona. That's awesome. I'm always there.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for having me on today. You guys put on a great stream. Take care. All right.
Thanks a lot, man. You take it easy. If Veggie asks you back to his fucking house, you say no. You say no. You don't trust Arizonans, man. Don't trust them, man. I'm just saying. Be careful.
Oh, there's some different characters in Arizona, man.
I'm worried about you now. It's not good. Don't. If you just because it looks like Kool-Aid doesn't mean it is Kool-Aid. Is all I'm fucking saying. Let's bring in Triple Gert. Triple Gert, you're live with Dead on Dave and Real Talk Metaphor Messiah. Real quick. We're running out of show. What do you got? Oh, he's got nothing. He's got nothing. No.
That's
all right,
disappointing, Gert.
That sucks, buddy. We tried. Last caller. Let's go to the guy who created the graphics for this show. Did the frame as he always does for him. My man, your man, our man, Guncannon. What's up, buddy?
I like this show already.
I do too.
This show's freaking fantastic. I'm listening to it in an earbud while I'm working, and I'm like, oh wow. So I had to go back and look at my playlist, and good Lord, is it eccentric?
That's the best types of playlists.
That's awesome.
Oh, well, and it was actually Speaking Void and I were kind of talking about it a little bit in the Discords. I mean, I was looking at it, it's like I have everything from techno, like Daft Punk, Deadmau5, rock, Slipknot.
Nice, I like Slipknot.
All the way back to 14th century bagpipe music.
Wow.
Like it.
That's cool. That's cool, bro.
And I've also found that it really ties in with a lot, because I know we were talking a lot about Linkin Park earlier, and the big song that was always on my list was Nobody's Listening. But it was always because it was fused with that Japanese like flute music, and it sounded fantastic.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, over eccentric wise on the rock end, I've been listening to groups like Camelot and Epica for years, and it's very melodic, but I actually think it's music that I think you guys would actually enjoy.
You've listened to Coheed and Cambria, haven't you?
No,
really? I'm shocked at that.
I really want to check out Camelot. That's the third time I've heard that. Somebody else told me to check out Camelot.
I highly suggest it. A good song for you to check out is they recently switched their lead vocals. From their new guy, the song that you want to check out is called Ghost Opera.
Ghost Opera. Okay.
Now we can remember that. That's easy to remember.
Yeah.
Ghost Opera. Yeah. See, he kept it fucking simple. That's why I like Guncannon. Ghost Opera. See, that's memorable. Do your homework, kids. There you go.
I mean, if with the newer guy, I would go with Ghost Opera. If you're gonna listen to the older, the previous lead vocal, I would check out Soul Society. Like this guy has pipes. Oh my God,
good stuff.
Wow.
Good stuff. All right, Cannon of Guns, thank you very much for that. We appreciate it, buddy.
No problem. I was just glad to get in.
Glad you enjoyed the show tonight. You take it easy, bud.
You too.
Yeah, peace out, GC. We'll see you.
Yep.
Oh, I pulled the wrong person. Oh shit, I pulled the wrong person. Sorry, Real.
Thanks, Dave.
Get out of here, buddy. No, all right, so I think that's going to take us to the end of it. We did a solid hour and a half, which was not the intent, but I'll tell you, we there's a lot to talk about in music. There is no shortage of topics. So I hope
there's
you
still
guys
so much to talk
it.
about, Dave.
Yeah, I really.
There's so much to talk about.
I'm so glad that you wanted to do this with me. And I think that we have a really good opportunity to talk about a lot of amazing things that people will not be expecting. So we want to hear from you guys. We want to know what you want to hear from us. We want to know what things you'd like us to tackle, what news, what types of music. We've got to go a little bit title specific, genre specific at times, theme specific. We want to keep shows like that to where we're going into those type of situations where you can really connect to it. So we want to hear from you. What do you want to hear from? That's the big story. So, Real, what do you think about the first episode? It's in the can, buddy. What do you think?
It was, dude, this is seriously awesome, bro. I love talking music. I love talking to my boy. I love talking to everybody calling in and giving me stuff to listen to. That's fucking awesome, guys. So keep doing that, guys. Every show you guys call in and to give me something to listen to, man. Some good music that I might not have heard of. You always want to expand your mind. That's really cool, guys. Seriously.
Never ever short yourself when it comes to music. Always listen to everything that's going around you, because you never know what little sound can turn into the next symphony. All right. Thank you very much for joining us. I want you guys to stick around for the next few minutes and listen to my man's right here, Real Talk the Metaphor Messiah's title track off his latest album, Black Mozart, which is coming up on its 1-year anniversary. Believe it or not, we're like 4 months away. It's not even all that far away. I jumped the gun a little bit on it, but still, that's not that far away. Year's going quick, and what a year that this album has presented for you. I mean, really, it's changed your life in some ways. A lot of ways. You went into a major studio. Think about it, man. It's been life-changing.
Oh, it's changed. Honestly, David, changed my everything. Like, it changed my life. It's this album, and so like that's why it just means so much to me. Got so much to me, and then the song and just everything. So I got more stuff coming, guys. So I'm gonna keep you guys updated during these shows. I got a lot of stuff coming, a lot of cool shit. So I'm just glad you guys been there with me. And like I said, thanks to this whole community. You guys have shown my music and me so much love. So I love all you guys, really.
F&A, right. Now go ahead and sit back, relax, slip on those headphones, and listen to Black Mozart by Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah. We'll see you next time. Keep it copious. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah. Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah. Okay, by the way, Jesus on the beat. Legacy for life, you dig? They gon' like this. Hey, yo, Jesus, tell them something.
Sit back, I can take it to the blunts and the zigzags. I can show you where the hills have eyes at. I can bring you to the ring like Ryback. Let me slow it down for your ears. When you came up, I'm feeling like cheers. Used to hate working that toaster. Now we getting bread that's Ponderosa. This that Chi-Town Detroit, everybody destroyed. You ain't got a chance if you fucking with them D-boys. Talking music, we intimate. I told her she could work her mouth like an instrument. See, I'm half mixed with that Wu-Tang, and the other half mixed with that Wolf Gang. Take the game over, why not? You ain't got a chance of making this hot. Okay, I've been facing my fear. You ain't got a chance to take in my heart. Said I'm tired of playing your games. Now you gotta deal with facing Black Mozart. Okay, I'm contemplating getting high. We ain't gon' dance, we surely won't die. I'm gon' light it up with this VIC. Lord knows I can kill it on the MI. I've been facing my fear. You ain't got a chance to take in my heart. Said we tired of playing your games. Now you gotta deal with facing Black Mozart. Okay, I'm contemplating getting high. We ain't gon' dance, we surely won't die. I'm gon' light it up with this VIC. Lord knows I can kill it on the MIC. That's me. Let's dominate. You don't write your own shit, then you out of place. Got a lot of little niggas can't tolerate. They be spitting that bull that's on delay. Can't see them stopping my vision. They be side kicking like Pippin. If they wanna hate, boy, they better mind they biz. I could take them to the light photosynthesis. Complex on that man down. Yo swag on Charlie Brown. It ain't cushion, it's gin. If I'm Ryu, Ray Legend, he can. Let's excuse the fact that I'm a psycho. I be at your fam like Michael. Sharp shooter like Bret Hart. Boy, they close to facing that Mozart. Okay, I'm well known for my heat. Got that Jesus all on my beat. Man, they love saying I'm different. I guess you could say I'm close to unique. Mr. Real Talk from that south side. Man, I'm trying to take a shit like worldwide. Trying to get y'all to open that third eye. Ever since we lost our left eye. Lead the team like Parcells. Last one they call Machiavelli. United States to that London. Want that symphony and we on. Turn them lights low if they impotent. I can split your face like Harvey Dent. Case closed, we was born to win. Don't you ever think that we was ignorant. Y'all been facing my fear. You ain't got a chance to take in my heart. Said we tired of playing your games. Now you gotta deal with facing Black Mozart. Okay, I'm contemplating getting high. We ain't gon' dance, we surely won't die. I'm gon' light it up with this VIC. Lord knows I can kill it on the MI. I've been facing my fear. You ain't got a chance to take in my heart. Said we tired of playing your games. Now you gotta deal with facing Black Mozart. Okay, I'm contemplating getting high. We ain't gon' dance, we surely won't die. I'm gon' light it up with this VIC. Lord knows I can kill it on the MIC. That's me.
up?